This video we're going to be doing my way too early 2024 election predictions. We just found out who the president was yesterday, so there's no way this most likely map will happen tomorrow or whenever we get the results of every single state. We will be I don't mean tomorrow, but whenever we get the result of every single state, I will be comparing my maps of the Senate and the Senate and the House, and then the presidential level. So, this is 2024. So first, if you see that your state has a different amount of electoral votes, that is because this is 2024, so it's a different sort of map. If you want to find this map, here I can just show you. You click the map button here, and then you're gonna click USA, and then you're gonna click Other 2024. But anyways, I just have Biden winning, or not winning, but he runs again in 2024 as he won, and then Mike Pence wants the White House back. So we're basically going to go in order. And first we have at 7 p.m. Georgia will be too close or too early to call. And these are my predictions. Then we'll get Indiana and Kentucky going to the former vice president. South Carolina as well. We will get that will go to Pence. Virginia will be too early. Virginia will be too early to call, and Vermont will go to Biden. So at 7 o'clock, you'd see that the most electoral votes right now would be in the too close and too early to call section. So, and again, this is just my predictions. What happens, like, at 7 o'clock, we barely got any results. It was like 9-3 or 8-3. I think it was 9-3, something like that. So that's what you'll see. My guess is, even if this is just assuming Pence runs and beats the other Republicans, and this is assuming Biden runs for a second term. But this is Biden and Pence. So Biden's at 3, Pence is at 28. At 7:30, we have North Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia. North Carolina and Ohio we won't be able to call, but we will be able to call West Virginia going into Pence. So where we're at now is 32-3. Mike Pence up on Joe Biden at 7:30. Still, though, we have 441 electoral votes still have to be called, and 62 are too early to call. 8 o'clock, 172 electoral votes. Alabama will go to Mike Pence. Connecticut will go to Joe Biden. Delaware, we will know that will go to Biden. Florida will be too early to call. Illinois will as well be too early to call. In that, Maine will be too early to call. Maryland and Massachusetts, we will know that those have gone to Joe Biden. Mississippi and Missouri to Mike Pence. And New Hampshire and New Jersey. We'll know New Hampshire, or we won't know New Hampshire, but we will know New Jersey has gone to Joe Biden. Oklahoma, we will know that's gone to Mike Pence. Pennsylvania will be obviously too early to call. Rhode Island, we will know, went to Joe Biden. Tennessee, we'll know, has gone to Mike Pence. And D.C., we'll know that has gone to Joe Biden. So where you're at 8 o'clock, a lot of states have been called, but there's a lot of states have been called, and then there's still 271 electoral votes up for grab here, and then 139 too close or too early to call here. And this map would not be surprising at all. You wouldn't be surprised by this map. 8:30 p.m. we have Arkansas, and we'd know that Arkansas would go to the vice president, putting him at 80, Joe Biden at 54 electoral votes. As 9 comes around, we have Arizona being too earlier to call. Colorado will go to Joe Biden. Kansas will go to Donald Trump. Mike Pence. I'm so used to saying Trump doing all these maps. Louisiana will go to. We'll know that's gone. Red. And then Minnesota and Michigan will be too early to call. Nebraska, we will know most likely that 4 out of the 5 went to Pence, 1 to Biden. And then we'll know New Mexico went blue. We'll know New York went blue. And then we will know that North Dakota and South Dakota both went to Pence. And then Texas will be too early to call. Wisconsin will be too early to call, and Wyoming will go there. So past 9 o'clock, if I was the vice president personally, I would be pretty happy where I was right now, because he's leading for the first 2 hours, but there's 226 electoral votes up for grab still. And you can see that most of this map looks yellow, and then it's followed by red, and then it's followed by blue, but Biden's only trailing by 10 electoral votes. I mean, there's barely really any blue right now on this map. Before we reach 10 o'clock, we'll know that Illinois has gone to Joe Biden, putting him ahead of Mike Pence. We'll also know Virginia has gone to Joe Biden. At 10 o'clock, we will not know Iowa. We won't know Iowa. Montana, we will not know either. Nevada, we won't know, and Utah, we won't know. I didn't mean to put Virginia. So right now, where they're at is a very close race. And if people thought that this election would be a landslide for either candidate, so far it's not looking like it would be. But still, there are 223 electoral votes that are too close or too early to call, and there are 86 electoral votes that we don't know yet. As it's 11 o'clock, we'll know that California has gone to Biden, Oregon, and Washington, and we'll know that Idaho. We'll also now know Virginia has gone to Joe Biden. So, this is where we stand right now. 204 to 217. As you're Joe Biden, you're obviously happy with this number. Before we reach midnight, we'll get the result that New Hampshire went to Joe Biden. We'll get the result that Minnesota went to Joe Biden. So, right now, where we're at, Joe Biden's exactly 100 electoral votes ahead of Mike Pence. Again, before we reach midnight, we'll know that 3 out of the 4 in Maine went to Joe Biden, and we'll know that one that went to Mike Pence. Now, as it's midnight, we'll find the result of Hawaii going to Joe Biden. We'll also get the result that Michigan went to Joe Biden. And we'll know that North Carolina went to Mike Pence. Now, North Carolina right now, we still don't know who won North Carolina. It looks like Trump's going to win it, but I have North Carolina after midnight, going to Mike Pence. Now, then at 1 o'clock, we'll get Alaska. So, this is basically the map with no electoral votes that are not left to give. So, then we will find out the results that Nevada went to Joe Biden. We also will know, and this is just like any other time, so I'm not saying this will be at 3 in the morning, but the order the rest that Georgia has gone to Joe Biden, and then we'll know Wisconsin. So I said this, as you see, it wouldn't be a landslide, but it sort of is. And Montana, I actually think will go blue. I think Montana slowly starting to shift. I think Arizona will go blue. Florida, Joe Biden lost it, but I think he'd win it. Pennsylvania, I think he'd win. Iowa barely lost it there. Ohio barely lost there. And then Texas. I think that would turn blue, and there is a number. This would be a landslide. 401 electoral votes. It is the most electoral votes ever, except for one year. I believe it was this year here. It might not have been. But yeah, Ronald Reagan got 525 electoral votes. Mondale got 13. So this would basically be the most electoral votes ever, or second most, followed by Reagan. So thanks for watching. I believe my next video will be every single electoral, or every map of the United States ever. So thanks for watching. And yeah, thanks for watching.